So when most men meet a lady, they don't want to know their background. And this is because of probably the way she looks and the chemistry between him and the lady. If you're not careful, you will likely fall into the trap of having, a situationship at the end of the day, especially if you're looking for something real. The most common kind of woman most men meet but don't discover until it is too late in the relationship or in the situationship is the "we are just friends" woman. I like to point out that the "we are just friends" woman is a very, very lovable woman. In fact, you won't see her coming until you've totally fallen for her because she's so nice, she's courteous. I mean, she has every prospect you need in a woman, both beauty wise, what she does, the amazing wonders she does in the four walls of your bedroom. And also, when it comes to showing concern about your life and your finances, especially, she is there. She comes visiting whenever she wants to. Sometimes she even has access to your apartment because of how familiar the both of you are. You've given her your spare keys because you feel like she is your girlfriend, even despite the fact that she has not given you optimal reasons for you to believe that that's actually true. The "we are just friends" woman always comes at any time she pleases and leaves at any time she pleases. Meanwhile, when it comes to intimacy, she doesn't give you this at the time you want it. It's basically on her own time of wanting. Maybe when she's ovulating, or maybe once in a while she just wants to please you and continue to place you in that bondage. That's if, of course, personal clarity isn't showing up after each session. The "we are just friends" woman would also sleep on your bed and wear your clothes. Make it feel like she's actually your girlfriend. And she doesn't give you yes or no. You know why? Because she doesn't want to confirm that she's truly in a relationship with you. She doesn't want to also give you no, so that you start weighing your options and looking outside the relationship. In other words, she is putting you at arm's length. Most of the time, women like this already have someone they are dating, someone they actually want to settle down with. It doesn't matter whether they want to marry them or whether it's a long relationship. It's just the way it is. The reason why she's just putting you at arm's length is because she knows that at some point the main guy will probably screw up and you will be the replacement. But the question is, when is the main guy actually going to screw up? And are you going to keep waiting forever for this to happen? This kind of woman is very dangerous. And why is she dangerous? She puts your romantic life on a pause. She has made you stick to her within this period of years that you could have simply been able to see that special one person that is ready to take you in. You see, I used to say it in this UK that so many relationships are not relationships. It's either they are situationships or they are just booty calls. Or they were booty calls that turned into a relationship. Let me explain. So most relationships start with boy meet girl. I mean, the chemistry is seen. Even a blind man knows that these two people, I mean, they can't just take their eyes off each other. They can't just get their hands off each other. So the relationship starts with heavy drinking, and peradventure you end up in each other's beds, whether in our bed or in your bed. It doesn't matter here. What matters is intimacy starts from day one. You've not gotten the time to know the lady, to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. You don't even know whether she's somebody that is okay upstairs. But because the intimacy is fantastic and she really knows how to make you explode in the bedroom, you just feel that maybe she is the right one for you. Now, this kind of relationship, what you don't know is that she probably has 2 or 3 guys that she's also intimate with. That's number one. Number two is the fact that she has the main guy, which she's also taking things serious with, and she's wanting to get married to him. So she is always available. I mean, with this kind of woman, trust me, she is available every day. If you need it every day, every night, she's available to empty your balls. If she doesn't have the number one guy telling her to come over, here is where things get mixed up. Things get mixed up when, after too much intimacy, you begin to feel some kind of affection towards her. To her, it's just purely chemistry, you know, body fluid mixing with each other, enjoying good moments, she having the best whole phase of her life. But to you, you are beginning to feel some sort of affection towards her because of these intimate sessions. As time goes by, you begin to think that the both of you are one. You are in a relationship. And she makes it clear to you times without number that she is just here to enjoy the moment. Now, with a woman like this, she stops you from actually meeting the right woman. So in that phase of you having intimate sessions with her, there might have been women that would have been the best for you, that would have, brought more to the table aside from intimacy, brought, character, brought virtues, brought other things to the table, wife, material, qualities. But because of the fact that you have been busy with her, you've refused to see all this. Now, it also makes things worse to the extent that by the time she decides to break up the relationship, she has made you someone that has a high libido. And it's either you try to force the relationship or situationship to keep going, or by that time you resort to self-pleasing, or maybe by that time you don't have a choice than to now live the wayward life on a full gear, basically. The moment you spot this kind of woman, run. And I mean run, literally. I know once in a while you've met a woman that dresses as a man, and by the time you talk to this woman, you start having the feeling that she is a feminist. Now, how do you know? When you guys start discussing things, she automatically drifts to, we live in a patriarchal society, women are not getting what they want, there's no gender equality, there is no this, there is no that. You begin to see all this. But however, it doesn't mean that there is no chemistry between you and this stud, because there is actually chemistry. There's something you like about her. It might be a bomb, it might be the fact that the coochie, can be very creamy when you're very intimate with her. So, in as much as you disagree with her beliefs, on the other side, the satisfaction that she gives you in the bedroom makes you overlook all this. She believes in gender equality only when it favors her. If it doesn't favor her, she goes back to the usual, men are supposed to do this while women are supposed to do that, which is the gender roles. These feminist women actually look dominant outside, especially the ones that works in multinationals or big companies. But in the four walls of the bedroom, they're actually the most feminine kind of woman. They want you to treat them like a gentle lady. It doesn't mean they don't want you to make it rough when it has to be rough. But these women want you to dominate them, to take charge when you are in the bedroom. And that's where the confusion comes into play. Many men experiencing this usually think that if she wants me to dominate, if she wants me to take charge in the bedroom, that means it is just a facade outside. This is actually who she is. No, that's not actually who she is. That is just the role she wants you to play in the bedroom. So women like this, when you fall into the trap of getting into a long relationship with them, they would always want to take charge of the relationship. They would always want to be the masculine, person in charge of the relationship. And if care is not taken, there would always be friction between the two of you. Meanwhile, what you don't know is that the feminist woman don't also believe in the idea of marriage. So if you're interested in getting married, she would be a waste of time. Now, I don't have any issue with single mothers because I personally was raised by a single mother. But it is very important for us to know that the single mothers as of then, and when I mean then, I mean like 20 years, 30 years ago, 40 years are different from the ones we have now. And most of the single mothers we have these many years back became single mothers because they lost their husbands, became single mothers for a serious reason. If we look at the single mothers of today, many of them actually had children for men they shouldn't have had children for. So they've been in a relationship with Tyrone, Chad, and whilst in the relationship with them, Tyrone and Chad never took them serious. And they felt that if they had children with Tyrone and Chad at some point, that's going to keep him straight. I mean, when there's a child in between the two of us, Chad wouldn't have a choice than to come visit me regularly. He wouldn't have a choice than to come see his child regularly. Meanwhile, that is not what actually keeps Chad. So they make this mistake and it goes into a rebound. They have another child for the same guy or another guy. And all of a sudden, they say they are looking for the good guys or the nice guys. Now, what most men don't know, especially men that are looking for good, serious relationship, is that these women, in as much as they're actually saying they want something real, something good, they want to experience relationship like Ciara and her husband. These women have not really let go of their exes, which is their baby daddies. And here is how things pan out. So you meet her, both of you start a relationship, the sex is good, everything is going fine. But once in a while, a baby daddy has to come around just to have some playtime with his kid. So the thing about these single mothers is they are always traumatized because each time they see their kids, it reminds them of their deadbeat spouses or ex-spouses. And when you are planning to take things serious, she tells you that, oh no, I've actually moved on. We are just co-parenting. But what you don't know is she actually meets baby daddies once in a lifetime or time to time to get the cookie creamy and satisfied. So she's actually having intimacy with you, making you think that she's actually moved on. But she has not actually moved on. And that is why with women like this, you're planning something big. You're planning a proposal. You're planning, okay, maybe in the next 2 months we get married. Each time you discuss issues like this with her, she's always telling you to give it time, not to rush it. And the ones that are in a rush to get married, somehow you see that they are not 100% in the relationship with you. you need to be careful with these kind of women. If you're currently dating one now, there's likelihood that she's sleeping with you and she's sleeping with her baby daddies, or she has divided the attention and the love she's giving to you and spread them out to her baby daddies, because they are the father of her kids. So even if she wants to move on, the kids reminding her of her past, of what she used to enjoy, would always make her go back to what she has said she's done with. This puts you in a love triangle. It also puts you in a back and forth situation. The fifth woman is the best woman that you would ever meet. She is called the feminine woman. Not the feminist woman, the feminine woman. This kind of lady has been raised well. She knows her place. She's respectful. She's cheerful. Everything about her just exudes femininity. You know, she can be trusted because when she tells you she's at a place, she's at that place. She doesn't go out to clubs, and when she needs to, she tells you either she's going with her friends or she wants the both of you to hang out. This kind of lady as well is not desperate for marriage. She knows what she wants. She might not be rich, she might not have the best things or the extravagant things, the flashy things, but she's actually satisfied with what she has. She dresses, but she doesn't do too much. She might not have tattoos, and if she has, they are probably where you can't see them. Piercings, if she has them, she won't have them too much. And if she doesn't want to, if she wants to have the ones that should not be seen, she would have them as well. When it comes to intimacy, I usually rate women like this 4 or maximum 5 over 10. They are not good in bed, and that is because they've not had so many Chad and Tyrone. Probably they didn't even have any whole face, so they are not good in bed. But guess what? You can mold her to what you want her to be. You can teach her about finances, investing, teach her about bedmatics, like the bedroom you're seeing here now. Teach her. And trust me, every investment you've made on this kind of woman will be worth it. And at the end of the day, you're going to thank God that this is the kind of woman you met and she made your life better. You won't also be scared of having kids with this woman. This is actually the woman that you should be looking out for. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment if you've had any experience with these women. And peradventure, maybe I'm just exaggerating or blowing things out of proportion. Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.